Hello guys, this is DasKeyboard and welcome to game number 2 of this quarterfinal series from the DasKeyboard Open number 2. First off, spawning as our yellow Zerg, Zelniq. His opponent spawning as the blue Terran, OpticalRH. Going to be on the map, MLG Metalopolis for his game number 2. So we're going to have to wait to see what both players do decide to do. We did see in game number 1 though, OpticalRH went with a seen before but very unorthodox mass orbital command style of play. So going to be pretty interested to see exactly what his plan is for this game and how Zelniq is actually going to react to it. You see Zelniq moving in with his scouting overlord, has it queued up to move to the right just before it gets in range of the command center, but it's going to be kind of close as the command center does sort of have some vision on that edge there, so we'll have to wait and see. Zelniq is going to just not see the command center, not reacting to this, so actually scouting kind of close, and actually we do see OpticalRH could have seen that overlord for just a moment. So going to be interested to see if Optical actually noticed that overlord or not. Do see his initial barracks is going up. Right now Zelniq's just droning up, sitting at 15 supplies, going to need to put a pool or a hatchery down pretty soon here. Does look like he is going to be going for the hatch first play, sending one of his drones down here to his natural. And probably plant down that hatchery, and yes, that is exactly what he will do. Looks like he's not going to build a secondary drone though, it's just going to get the hatch on 15 and then the pool on 14. Actually kind of like that style of play on a map like MLG Metalopolis, just because you do have such a wide open natural near this hatchery that getting that slightly faster pool does avoid some of the issues that, if you've actually seen my cast from Ret versus Puma, the issues that Red actually have it trying to hold Puma's bunker rush attempt, because he did go for that extremely late pull and late hatch. So we do see Optical is going to be scouting out to the close positions first. We do see that Zelniq has just basically given away his positioning here. So Optical will know exactly where Zelniq's at. Does not look like he's going to rush Zelniq or anything though. We do see he's putting a reactor up. Does have a single marine spawn now. Going after this overlord could be extremely close to see if this marine can actually pick this overlord off. So the question will become, can Optical actually kill this overlord, or can Zelniq actually get it away? Going to be really close. Already down to just 62 hit points. Getting very low on health now, down to 27, 22 hit points, 16, but no, just barely gets away out of range of this single marine. So this marine not going to quite be able to play the hero, will not be able to actually take that overlord out. We do see now over here at Zelniq's expansion, he does have the expansion up, is mining his gas now as well. Going to be interested to see if he goes with that similar roach-oriented style that he went for the last game, or if with that first 100 gas he maybe goes with the more traditional Ling Muta Baneling style play. So we're going to have to wait and see what he does decide to do, and we do see the answer already. So he has thrown down his Roach Warren. Do see he is getting up near 100 gas. Going to probably expect him to go to that fast layer once again. So going to have to wait and see if he has a plan to make this work a little better than it did in our game number 1, where frankly Optical's mass orbital build, as unorthodox as it was actually just really good against that style of play from Zelniq. Do see Optical now actually gearing up with a double factory, so probably going to be going with a mech style of play here that could actually play into Zelniq's hands quite nicely, as roaches are pretty darn good against mech units, although not as good against tanks. But before the tanks actually do get siege mode up, the roaches can actually be pretty darn effective against most mech units like the Hellion and the Thor. So we're going to have to wait and see what does end up happening here. We do see the layer is on the way, about halfway done for Zelniq. So it does look like he's going to be going with that roach-oriented style play once again. 2 roaches now on the way. And we do see over here in the base of Optical that second factory just about to finish up. I am kind of expecting him to swap this with this reactor. So definitely going to be going Hellions in some capacity, I do believe. So we do see the first tank is on the way, and now starting the Infernal pre-igniter upgrade. So he's going to be going for blue flame Hellions. Going to be actually bypassing the siege mode for now. Does have an SCV on this low ground, but not actually building a secondary command center, just kind of faking it almost, it looks like at this point in time, or maybe thinking of getting it up in a moment when he does have a couple of his first Hellions out and on the way to do some harassment over here to Zelniq. We do see Zelniq does have his layer up now, getting the roach speed. No upgrades for his roaches or anything like that just yet. Does just have that pull down, no evolution chamber anywhere in sight. So we do see this very roach-centric style play by Zelniq. Is building a lot of roaches right now, getting just a couple out on the map, a couple of Zerglings scouting around, just to keep tabs on what Optical is up to. And we do see now that Infernal Pre-Igniter upgrade just about finished out. A couple more Hellions on the way. A couple more tanks on the way as well. Does have a spattering of Marines along with this. Has not built any Marines for a little while. Do see Zelniq just poking in to see if that expansion is there. Will not see it. Do see this Marine might actually get this lane. Now here comes down a couple of tanks. We'll clean that single Zergling up. And now we see Optical actually pulling several SCVs off of his line. If we look at the income tab right now, he only has 22 harvesters, so this is actually going to be just a one-base all-in by Optical here, moving in with some Blue Flame Hellions, tanks, and Marines. If we look over here at the base of Zelniq, over here at his front, 12 roaches on the way, but just right now 6 roaches out. So it's going to be absolutely essential that he get these roaches out in time. And now here comes the reinforcing roaches, and this could actually be very bad for Optical because he does not have siege mode on these tanks. So without siege mode, going to have a very hard time dealing with these roaches. No stim on these Marines as well. And we see Optical actually turning tail and retreating as the roaches now moving full board forward towards these tanks and these Marines. And Optical just trying to pull back right now. We do see an expansion command center has gone down his main, so trying to abort from this all-in. But here comes all those roaches, and Optical could actually be in a lot of trouble, taking a lot of damage here, now losing a lot of SCVs, and I do not think Optical is going to be able to hold this. This is a lot of roaches. The roaches doing a ton of damage, still a lot of hit points on those roaches, and down goes the GG. Optical essentially hard countered by this roach-centric style of play from Zelniq, and we're going to be moving into a final and deciding game number 3, guys. So for now, this is going to be Nursky saying peace easy, guys. I will see you at game number 3.